Hey y'all, it's Rick here with Uncommon Communion. I am recording again because, as I think I said the other day, these next few days are going to be very full for me. This day that is ending Sunday is was very full, even though we got an extra hour. But I did spend that hour in an important way. Tomorrow, Monday, even more full, and Tuesday, I got a lot going on. So it's going to be some recordings between now and the middle of this coming week. Before I tell you more, let's begin as we always begin by recognizing and realizing and leaning into and celebrating that we are always and everywhere in the holy presence of the more and each other. So Sunday is that day that is the longest day on the clock of the year, and sometimes the sleepiest day as well. But I was too busy to even notice. So we all got that extra hour, and my extra hour, y'all, was spent in line. Now, you might say, spending an hour in line, that is not a great thing. And it's not. I'm not going to lie to you. But it was spending in line to early vote. Voting election day all across the United States is the day after tomorrow. Well, or tomorrow when you receive this video, if you're picking it up on Monday, like it's intended to be picked up, and like I'm going to actually release it on Monday. So tomorrow is election day, and because I'm working the polls, I'm an election poll officer. Excuse me. I told you it was a busy day. Because I'm an election poll officer, my wife and I went to vote early. Well, not early enough to avoid a line, because had we done this like a week or so ago, we probably would have. But today was the last day, last minute, trying to get it in. But we did. We voted and we stood in line. Short ballot, not a lot on there. The school district she works for has a tax levy or an income tax, actually, a slight income tax to fund the schools. And that's really, really important. And I think it also, for me, is important to just always participate in democracy, even and especially the little elections, these off year elections, when it doesn't really seem like there's that much that's important to show up to vote for. I believe very strongly, y'all, that we vote always. It is a duty, it is a right. People have died for this right, and therefore we exercise it and we use it. And I was happy to think that on this return to standard time day is voting was a way to spend that time. So part of why I'm tired, y'all, is because of the shirt I'm wearing, the Columbus Crew shirt. My buddy Mark and I went to a Crew game this evening, Sunday evening, and it was amazing. It was just incredible. We played our rivals, Cincinnati. It was the playoffs. They beat us in the first game. We pounded them 4-0, and they were never in the game. They didn't know what hit them. It was awesome. And just being there with Mark and being there today on the 2nd of November, Dia de los Muertos, All Souls Day, the celebration of All Saints Day on the liturgical calendar. And Mark celebrated, and he celebrated in a wonderful way with the soccer game and also by paying respects and remembering his wife of many, many years who passed away in January of this year. So this is the first All Saints, All Souls um, weekend days that he has remembered because of or since her passing. So I felt very honored. I felt very blessed to share not that part of the day. He did that with other friends, but this evening to share the soccer and the win and the camaraderie and the companionship and all of that, you know. And again, I think y'all that is what a planetary pilgrim does is present to nature, the cycles of the sun and the moon and the seasons. That's all important and that's all vital. That's the foundation. But once we start paying attention to wonder and mystery in those places, I feel we are better able to recognize that same wonder and mystery in all places, in a friend sharing from their gut, in a beautiful evening celebrating an amazing soccer team with a great story. Don't get me started on the Columbus Crew story. We almost lost them, y'all, a few years ago. They almost left, and we, the fans, saved them. Amazing. But all of that is all connected because everything is connected. So it has been quite an All Souls, All Saints Day. Went to great worship this morning with some powerful singing and great preaching. And that's what this is. I think for me, this time is about is the contrast between being present, being joyful, being celebratory, resisting the darkness and the cruelty and standing up to that and having the faith and the hope that that will be brought down. And I believe that very strongly every single day. T-Rump is becoming more unstable, I think more physically unhealthy. The game is not sustainable for them. And I don't know how much longer it's going to be, how many days or weeks. It's not going to be years, y'all. It might be months, but it's not going to be years because it is going to collapse under its own weight. And those Epstein files, they're getting closer and closer, closer by day, by day, by day. But this day and this night has been a good one. And I hope it was for you as well. And I hope that you see and experience the presence of the more in all that you do. And that gives you hope to be able to find the joy and the wonder and the mystery in the moment, whatever moment it is that you encounter. So before we close, I will say this. I am not going to be recording a video tomorrow or doing any posting. So don't look for anything for me on election day on Tuesday. I got way too much to do tomorrow, y'all. I got a very early morning on Monday and a super early morning on Tuesday. So I think when my day is done on Monday, I'm going right to bed because I'm going to have to get up pretty early on Tuesday. So again, y'all, I hope things are good for you during this difficult crisis, urgent time, that you are finding joy in the midst of it and finding hope that it will change. The Serenity Prayer always helps me to recognize those things. So let us pray together. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thy will, O God, not mine, not ours, be done. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever it might be. I'll see you again on Wednesday when I imagine I'll have some polling place stories to tell. All right, y'all. Be well. Be well. Be bold. We'll see ya.